What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Horrible Show. My name is Trez. We are Casa de Lazy Eye and Deaf Dog. Lazy Eye. See? Deaf Dog. Yeah, I know the lighting's gonna be a little weird. The video might come out a little gray. Accidentally just cut off the camera. Might come out might come out a little gray, but hey, it's been raining for about 9 months, and yeah, it's been a little gray over here. Everything is wet, everything is actually kind of chilly, and everything is dying. That's great. Amazing. Fantastic. Makes everybody happy. Makes me so happy. I've been feeling very joyous. I've been doing a lot of things and not sitting on the couch, living my life. So, around March of this year, I started this channel because around COVID, when it first started to hit, I really became a collector. And so this video is I believe it's pretty entry level. The people that watch this channel and my peers on YouTube, you guys are amazing, and you guys have massive collections. So, but this is for the little guys and gals that are just starting, and that are really just trying to get into collecting, just how I am honestly right now, because I don't have the biggest collection. I'll probably do a collection overview, maybe before Christmas time, but let's see. I want to get some more stuff before. We'll see how that goes. So how you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on in your life? How's your family doing? So this video is about top recommendations I have if you're starting your Arrow video collection, your Arrow video Blu-ray collection. And I have some honorable mentions and some things I want to talk about before we really dive into my picks. Alright, so the main thing is that whether you live in Europe or whether you live in the States, so you have some different options if you like Dario Argento's movies, right? And I am a big fan of Dario Argento, but the releases I have are all North American releases. So Arrow, I believe they put out North American releases of Argento movies now, but really whatever releases you come across, I wanted to talk about those. Okay, so Deep Red. You can get this through Arrow Video. Highly recommend it. Whatever you can get your hands on for this film. I don't think, if you have the Blue Underground Blu-ray for this, I don't think you're missing out. I think this Blue Underground transfer is better than what Arrow put out 10 years ago, but I know they just did another scan of this movie, so let's see. I'm probably going to actually pick it up, but my opinion on it right now is that this one is not going to do you any harm. I think this transfer looks great. Whatever you can get cheaper. Deep Red. I have a solid opinion on this, is that I thoroughly recommend the Synapse release of Tenebrae. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend the Synapse release because it has a feature-length documentary called Yellow Fever, The Rise and Fall of Giallo. And I think this transfer looks fantastic. I love Synapse films. I love their transfers. Don May, I believe it's Don May Jr. He worked for Elite Entertainment, like when the Laserdisc came out for Night of the Living Dead, like the most definitive transfer, like the only time you could see Night of the Living Dead back in the day were these really, really crappy prints, and he went back and Elite Entertainment cleaned them up, and then Anchor Bay Entertainment came and grabbed up all those transfers and released those. So he has a really important part of, I believe, horror history that sometimes gets forgotten with these. But if you have the Arrow release of Tenebrae, that's cool too. You know, you're in good hands. But if you're in North America, I recommend the Synapse over the Arrow video. But I'm not saying that you're gonna get shortchanged if you get the Arrow release. It all depends on your region too. So, Cat O' Nine Tails. I recommend the Arrow release. I know they got a nice special feature. If you have this Blue Underground release, you're not getting shortchanged. It's not a bad release. Whatever you can get for cheap. Inferno, I believe they just did a new scan through Arrow to get Inferno rolling. But like I said, if you're in North America, I have this Blue Underground release, and it looks great. Like I was really happy with these particular Blue Underground transfers. The Synapse release of Phenomena. I believe Arrow might have just grabbed up these transfers because they both kind of did the same type of special edition. They have 3 different cuts of the movie. They have a shorter U.S. Theatrical release, and then they have 2 more extended cuts. I recommend the longest cut of the movie for this, me personally. But if you get the Arrow release or you get the Synapse release, I think you won't be disappointed. And like I said, these are all honorable mentions. Demons and Demons 2. Get whatever you like, you know. I think these both look amazing. This transfer might look a little bit better than the Region 2 or the Region B release that Arrow has, because I believe it is an older Arrow transfer. So, but I don't think you'll go wrong with any of that. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty, my friends. Let's get down to my personal favorite Arrow releases, and these are in no specific order, but I think you'll really enjoy them if you can wait for a sale. If you can wait for, in the UK you got Zavvi. You have Arrow just in general in the UK. They do a bunch of sales. You don't get as many sales in the United States, but every now and again you do. Sometimes Barnes and Noble will have a sale. Yeah, so let's get down into that. So first off, we have Blood Rage. And why I picked Blood Rage is because it's got a great set of interviews. It's got great featurettes. The movie is one of those slashers that is not as serious. I've been watching a lot of slashers lately. I like a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. Like, it knows it knows what it is. It's not trying to be like the Citizen Kane of slashers. Like, this movie knew what it was going to be. It's fun. The effects are great. It's got cheesy, amazing taglines in it. I think this transfer is great. It's got an interview with Ted Raimi. It's got a brand new 2K restoration of the hard home video transfer. This movie is A, B, and C region. I think it's a must-have in your Arrow video collection. Takashi Miike, Audition. I've talked about this movie a lot, actually, lately. Hey, if you like this content, subscribe. Fantastic film, brilliantly written and directed. It's got great interviews on this Blu-ray. If you're gonna pick up any kind of J-horror, please pick this one up. The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. I think this movie is fantastic. Sometimes it's my favorite Argento movie. Sometimes it's not. It's weird. It always switches. It's either Suspiria, sometimes it's Tenebrae, sometimes it's Deep Red, and sometimes it's Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Commentary. I think the new visual essays, I think the transfer, and I think the movie itself is fantastic. And if you're gonna watch any Giallo movie, I recommend this one first because I think it is the best blueprint of them. And then I'd recommend Deep Red. Brian De Palma, 1976, 76. Carrie came out. I got this lovely steelbook, 1976. Steelbook from Lauren of Lauren's Collections, and one of her giveaways, her 1,000 subs giveaway. And I can't talk up this release enough. The film looks amazing. The visual essays that Arrow does are so fantastic. And the one comparing all 3 versions of this movie, as in like the 2 other remakes of this movie with the same source material, are amazing. Candyman. Like I said, this one has a Scream Factory release as well. I don't know if that's going out of print. That one goes on sale all the time. But if you can get your hands on the Arrow release, I think the transfer is a little bit better. It does not have the uncut version of this movie, but I believe the special features are better. But the difference between the uncut and the cut version of Candyman are like literally seconds. Like a little bit, a couple extra splurts of blood. Splurts, squirts, splurts. Of blood. I wasn't too mad at like not having a uncut version of it. Really like the interview with Tony Todd. The transfer is just so clean and so crisp. The Stuff. I believe this is the only Blu-ray on the market for The Stuff, but it's an Arrow release. It's got amazing interviews and documentaries. This one is actually a DVD combo, so I'm really into that. I don't know why. I love when they give me 2 copies of the movie, especially if you can get it at a great price, because I love to let people borrow them. And you know, when you let people borrow movies, they never give it back. But that is not a negative comment, but that is a life lesson. So I can lend people out the DVD copies of these movies and then not be upset when it doesn't happen, you know, because I love people. And then they have a copy of the stuff to show to their kids one day. Who knows? But it's amazing. You're spreading the love. You're doing your part for horror. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This actually might be out of print now, but if you can get your hands on a copy, I believe they have a deluxe edition of this. But honestly, whatever you can get your hands on of Killer Clowns, please do it. It's got a making of Killer Clowns. It's got an interview with the Dickies about the making of the theme song. It's got a crazy tour of the Chiodo Brothers production place. It's a fantastic release, and I thoroughly recommend it. Blood and Black Lace by Mario Bava. So this is the Giallo started with The Man That Knew Too Much, if you believe that's what it's called. Another movie by Mario Bava. A Bay of Blood. Well, some people say A Bay of Blood is the slasher, started with the slasher. Yeah, so this one has a Blu-ray DVD and then an extra features DVD on there as well. So you can't lose. There's alternate US opening titles. It's got a short film by new up-and-coming Giallo directors. It's got a visual essay by Michael Mackenzie, which is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of Arrow's visual essays. Reanimator. So this movie has a couple different cuts, and this is the unrated version, but in the special features it has extended scenes and a deleted scene. So I believe it's all the stuff that is in the like extended unrated cut, but you just have to go to special features and watch it, which isn't a big thing. Like if somebody gave me a movie that was cut but put in the special features of everything that I was missing, I'm cool with that. That's fine. So I can still watch them. You know, sometimes it sucks that it's not in the actual movie, but if it's for a pacing thing, then I totally understand. If it doesn't seem like it fits in the movie and you cut it out for pacing, that's cool. A feature-length documentary of the movie that was on previous releases. I believe it was on the Arrow Bay. That I believe was on the Anchor Bay DVD releases, but hey, any kind of making of documentary, I'm on there. Alright, so I have 2 box sets now. I have 2 box sets that are not out of print, that you can go and get. The first one we're going to start off with is the Hellraiser box set. I know I've talked about this one a bunch of times, but between the special features, between the transfers, this is a huge bang for your buck. A lot of people really enjoy the first 3 movies, so do I. I really enjoyed the second Hellraiser for some reason. Really, like, weird. But so many good special features. They have the documentary Leviathan that they kind of condense. They cut out some stuff, but they kind of broke it between the first Blu-ray of Hellraiser, where they talk about the first film, and then the second Blu-ray of Hellbound. They put the rest of the documentary on there. And yeah, there's also the story of Hellraiser 3, making of that featurette as well. If you can get your hands on this, a lot of time the Arrow UK sales, it's super cheap, and I think it's a great add to your collection. Last but not least, we have the The Ring collection. These are the Japanese versions of these movies, the originals. I think the original release of The Ring should sell you automatically, because the movie looks amazing, 4K transfer. A video essay about the Ring series that is incredible. I learned so much about it. There's a series of interviews called The Ring Legacy. The special features on this are incredible, and I never really realized it. And it's also, in this movie, with the Ring 2. So you get the original Japanese movie, The Ring 2, but there was also a sequel made, which is pretty weird for these movies. So the Ring U came out, and then like almost immediately they released a sequel called Spiral, and then people didn't like Spiral as much, so they're just like, let's put out the Ring 2, and so they just made another sequel that was supposed to be the second movie. So they kind of rebooted the franchise like immediately, which is pretty cool. Like it's pretty cool that you saw it back then and not like you do today, because they do that with all the time. Spider-Man, you know. But yes, and this comes with the Ring 02, which is a prequel. It's great. Check it out. Oh yeah, if you can get your hands on a copy of The Beyond, this is out of print though, so I didn't put it in the video. If you can get your hands on a copy of Beyond, I'm so sad in my soul that people are really only getting a chance to see House by the Cemetery and City of the Living Dead these days, because those are really more widespread released, and the Beyond is a little bit hard, especially if you're overseas. They have a shameless release of the Beyond, but more people need to see the Beyond. I don't hear it get talked about enough. It's my favorite Lucio Fulci movie. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, like, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, something cool, something nice, something mean, I don't care. You can be mean to me all you want. It's okay. Life's okay. Hey, if you like this content, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna do stuff like this all the time. I got a video coming up about the Criterion Collection, but I just wasn't able to edit it. I gotta refilm some stuff. But if you like this content, subscribe. You don't have to, but you do. You don't have to. Come on, you can. Thank you guys so much. Tell people you love them, give people hugs. Thank you again for watching the channel. Thank you again for joining me with this episode of The Horrible Show. Kiki says, bah, or whatever she does, and I say thank you. Much love. Have a good day. Don't get washed away by the rain. I'm trying to get, you know how the rain gets you. This shit is crazy.